Hey there guys and gals, welcome back to Force StarCraft 2 Strategy, your #1 location for step-by-step strategy and tutorial videos. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 2-gate push. Now this is most effective as versus Zerg opponents. So Protoss versus Zerg, it's most effective. Strategy still does work versus other players, but it's so strong versus Zerg because Zealots absolutely obliterate Zerglings. As long as Zerglings do not get a surround on your Zealots, they just mow them down. They can just go at them all day, every day. And I just want to preface here, before we get too far into the game, just want to let everyone know what's going to happen. Come the tail end of this game, I am well aware, you don't need to tell me, my macro drops to absolute crap. Why does this happen, you may ask? Well, I was a little distracted. There's some stuff going on in my apartment at the time of this game. And again, come the tail end, I think I'm sitting on like 1,000 minerals. Now the reason I'm letting you know this now is because I want to tell you up front, this should never happen. If you want to win and be successful in StarCraft 2, you cannot sit on 1,000 minerals at any point in the game. You got to make sure that your macro is strong and that you're constantly building stuff and constantly doing something productive to your cause, which is trying to win. And you know, having your macro drop that low is just terrible. So anyways, getting back into the game here, I brought in a scout. I did drop a proxy pylon right next to his base. With the scout, I saw, okay, he's got a spawning pool. He's at about 14 supply. He's not going for an early rush. In fact, you can almost assume that at 14 supply, if you see a spawning pool, that he might be going 14 pool, 15 hatch, and guess what? That is exactly what he is doing. So I am moving back here. I am building a gateway, my second gateway actually. My first gateway's already gone down, and I see that he's expanding right here. So I know, alright, this is perfect. Well, first I think, oh wait, I screwed up. But then apparently he couldn't see this here. So just a little word of advice: if you happen to try the strategy on this map, build your proxy gateway over here. Much better location. So what are we looking at as far as time is concerned? Start the game as usual, building probes, getting out probes, getting your mining up. At about 9 supply, you want to build your pylon in front of your base. I also built another pylon, my proxy pylon, right next to their base at 10 supply. And then at 12 supply, you want to get your first gateway. At about 14 supplies, when I got my proxy gateway right next to his base. And then from that point forward, I made some more probes. And once I get to this point at about 20 supply, I stop making probes for the time being, and I use all my minerals to pump out zealots. So you want to make sure you save up your chrono boost as well. Chrono boosted zealots are just devastating for Zerg, who expands early, which is exactly what happened here. Again, like with any strategy, you want to only do it if you know it's going to be effective. I saw his quick expand, and I realized, okay, if I pump out Zealots right now and I just go for a 2-gate push against him, it's probably going to be too much for him to handle. And that's exactly what the case is. I do get ready for a tech switch here. I'm dropping some simulators, and I'm going to be getting ready to get a cybernetics core, but I end up not, because again I was distracted. So I ended up just going straight for Zealots because it was simple and I didn't have to pay too much attention. And again, that just, I guess that goes to show you, if you do this strategy and you are paying attention and you are on top of your macro, it's just going to be even more devastating than this is for this player. So why is this effective? Well, these Zealots, again, they're so strong for Zerglings, and if your Zerg opponent is going straight for a fast expansion, he's just not going to have the number of forces that he needs to stop this. So I just, I've got my gateways rallied right in front of his base, and I just keep chrono boosting, keep pumping out Zealots, and it's just too strong for him to handle. My Zealots, as you saw, just massacred those Zerglings. They're going to be taking out this Queen very shortly, taking out the Spine Crawler. How could he defend against this? Well, if he'd gone for quick roaches, it definitely would have stopped this. Also, if he had built more Spine Crawlers in here. But he wasn't able to do that because he spent all of his minerals, again, on this expansion. And he didn't know about my proxy gateway that was right here. So he just couldn't, he couldn't prepare for it because he wasn't aware that it was coming. The Zealots moving in here, just mopping up. They're going to be taking out a majority of those drones. I already have 3 right here at this expansion, even more coming, more being chrono boosted still. And again, this is the point where my macro was just kind of, don't let this happen, ever, ever, ever. At the very least, even if I didn't go for a tech switch and I hadn't built the cybernetics core, you could have gotten like 3 or 4 more gateways to get even more zealots and make it even more ridiculous, as if it's not ridiculous enough. I mean, look at these zealots. There's nothing that the Zerg player's doing that's going to stop this here. So yeah, real quick overview again. 9 supply, you're going to be building your first pylon, and about 10 supply, you build your proxy pylon. Once you get to 12 supply, you're going to be building your first gateway, which is, I usually put the first gateway inside my base, just so if they do scout me, it doesn't look too unusual. Second gateway, your proxy gateway, is going to be built about 13 or 14 supply, and then from that point on, again, save up your chrono boost and just pump out zealots, and it's just too much for them to handle. And again, if you pay attention, if you don't let this blunder happen, it could be even more ridiculous than this. So once again, this has been Force StarCraft 2 strategy. Please stay tuned for more videos, and keep watching and keep owning, guys.